Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 4 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 4 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter decimals, and the lessons we're going to cover from the chapter are decimal number lines, convert decimals to fractions and mixed numbers, convert fractions and mixed numbers to decimals, and round decimals. So let's just start with the lesson. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Okay, so here I'm. Let's start with the lesson decimal number lines. Okay, find the value of C. Write your answer as a decimal number. Okay, you can see you have from 0 to 1, right? And C from between 0 and 1, you have 10 small equal intervals, right? You can count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So between 0 and 1, you have 10 intervals. And the very first line is pointing to C. That means it is 0.1. It is greater than 0 but less than 1, right? So that means that is 0.1, right? Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, find the value of h, write your answer as a decimal number. Okay, so you can see that is the number line is between 0 and 1, right? So between 0 and 1, you have 10 equal intervals, right? You have to count h is pointing to which interval, right? Which portion? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? That means it is greater than 0 but less than 1, so that would be 0.6. Yes, so h is pointing to 0.6. Okay, find the value of s, write your answer as a decimal number. So you have a number line, the numbers between. It's okay if you are done with all these lessons. So s equals, you can see that is the ninth line between 0 and 1. So that would be 0.9. The correct option is 0.9. Okay, find the value of a, write your answer as a decimal number. So which is the. Yes, that is 0. Yes, that is the third line, so that would be 0.3. Okay, find the value of C. Write your answer as a decimal number. So which is the correct option, 0.7 or 0.8? Which is the correct one? Yes, that is 0.8. The correct option is 0.8. Find the value of k, write your answer as a decimal number. So what is the value of k? Yes, that is 0.6. Okay, the next one is find the value of y. Write your answer as a decimal number. So which is the correct option? Yes, that is 0.1 is the option, right? Okay. Find the value of h. Write your answer as a decimal number. So which is the correct option? The value of h is, that would be 0.8. The correct option is 0.8. Okay, find the value of c. Write your answer as a decimal number. So c equals, yes, that is 0.1, right? Okay, the next one is find the value of u, which is the correct option. Okay, u is 0.1. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is convert decimals to fractions and mixed numbers. Okay, now we're going to learn how do we convert from decimals to fractions and mixed numbers. So the one basic thing whenever you are converting from decimal to fraction, the first one is 0.01. You have to write it as in fractional form 0.01. Okay, you have to write it in the fractional form, right? Here's the decimal point. So right after decimal, you have two digits, right? Count the digits after the decimal. You have two digits after decimal, right? Now write it as a fraction form. How? Add a 1 in the place of decimal, and you have two digits after decimal point. So add two zeros. So it would be 1 out of 100. Either you write 0 before 1, or either you do not write. That would be, it doesn't matter. So that would be 1 over 100. Got it? What you have to do, you have to count the decimal places, right? You have two decimal places right after decimal. So remove decimal, put 1 in the denominator, and you have to add this number of zeros right after decimal. So it would be 100. That is 1 over 100. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, write 0.029 as a fraction. Okay, you have 0.029, right? So you have one, two, three decimal places you have, right? So write 0029 and add 1 to replace decimal, and then you have 1, 2, 3 digits, so add 3 zeros. So that would be 29 over 1000. The correct option is 29 over 1000, right? Okay, the correct option is 29 divided by 1000. Okay, write 0.0005 as a fraction. So which is the correct option? Option 1 or option 2? That is option number 1, right? No one is answering the questions I am asking. That will be 5 over 1000. Okay, the next one is write 0.9 as a fraction. So which is the correct option? Option 1 or option 2? Which option is the correct one? You have only one decimal place right after the decimal point, right? So that would be 9 over 10. You just have to add 1 0 in the decimal. So that would be 9 over 10. Okay, write 0.90 as a fraction. So which is the correct option? How you write 0.90 as fraction? Yes, that is. You have two decimal. No, you have two decimal places right after decimal. 1 and 2. You need to add two zeros. That would be 90 divided by 100. Basically, you have to count the number of the decimal places right after decimal. You have two decimal places. So you need to add two zeros in the denominator. That would be 90 over 1000. 90 over 100, sorry. Okay, the next one is write 0.68 as a fraction. Which is the correct option? 1 or 2? Which option is the correct one? That would be 68 over 100. Option 1 is the correct option. Very good. Okay, write 0.6 as a fraction. So how do you write? So the correct option is yes, that is 6 over 10. Why 0 over 10? What do you mean by 0 over 10? Write 0.008, which is the correct option. Okay. Write 0.008 as fraction. So you have right after decimal, you have one, two, three decimal places, right? That means you need to add three zeros in the denominator. So it would be It would be 8 over 1000. The second option is the right. It's okay, Simran, if you just join. Basically, we're converting from decimals to fraction. So conversion from decimal fraction is so easy. The question is you have to write 0.008 as a fraction. So what you have to do, you have to count the decimal places right after that, right? So right after decimal, you have three decimal places, right? After the decimal point, you have one, two, three digits. So when you are converting the decimal to fraction, you have to add one to the when you remove decimal. Okay, let me just do it in both. You have 0.008. You have one, two, three decimal places right after decimal. So when you write it without in fractional form, how do you write? Add one for the decimal, remove decimal, right? And then one, two, three digits. So add 1230, because after decimal you have three digits, so it would be 8 over 1000. I tell you write these zeros, or I tell you do not write. That is exactly same. So it is 8 over 1000. Option 2 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is write 0.003 as a fraction. Which option is the correct option? What do you mean? Is it the same number below but backwards? Can you please? I don't get your question. Same number below? Where below? That would be 3 over 1000, because you have three decimal places right after decimal. One, two, three. Okay, let me explain once again. Just listen to me carefully, right? 0.003. Here decimal point, right? And after decimal you have one, two, three decimal places, right? So when you write it without decimal, you can write like this 3, or either you can add these zeros, right? So add 1, remove decimal and add 1, and then you have after decimal three digits, so add 1, 2, 3 zeros. So it would be 3 over 1000. Is it is very easy. You just have to understand the concept. We just need to count the number of digits after decimal point. If you have three digits, you need to add three zeros to the denominator, right? That is 3 over 1000. Okay, write 0.5 as a fraction. So how do you write? So which option is the correct one? You have only one decimal, one digit after decimal, so that would be 5 over 10. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is write 0.007 as a fraction. So which is the correct option? How do you write? Yes, you have two digits after decimal, so that would be 7 over 100. Very good. Okay, you can complete the lesson by later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is convert fractions and mixed numbers. Okay, we are done. The one we just finished is we are converting from decimals to fractions, right? Now we're going to see how do we convert from fractions to decimals, right? Convert, make fractions and to decimals. Okay, you have to write 83 over 1000. So this is very, very easy. You just do the opposite things, right? You have to count the number of zeros. You have three zeros, right? That means after the decimal point, you must have digits. That is 83 over 1000. So you have 1, 2, 3 zeros. That means right after decimal, you must have the three digits. You have only three, right? Only two, 8 and 3. Add 1 0 before them. So that would be 0.083. Got it? You need to complete the decimal places. That would be 0.083. Okay. 1 over 10, right? 1 over 10 is a decimal number. So which is the correct option? You have only one zero. That means you must have only one decimal place. So which is the correct option? 0.5, 0.1. That is 0.1. The correct option is 0.1. Okay, write 81 over 1000. So which is the correct option? Yes, that is 0.081. You have to complete three decimal places, right? So to complete decimal places, you can add extra zeros, but before the digit, not after digit. You can add 081, not 810, right? Okay, write 1 over 1000 as a decimal number, which is the correct option? Option 1 or option 2? Very good. That would be option number 1, 0.00. Okay, write 9 over 100 as a decimal number. So, which is the correct option? So, which is the correct option? That would be, yes, that is 0.09 is the correct. The second one is the correct option. Okay, write 7 over 100 as a decimal number. So, which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 0.0 decimal 7. The second one is the correct option. Okay, write 7 over 10 as a decimal number. So, which is the correct option? correct option is, you have just one zero, right? So that would be 0.07. How? Be careful, just read the question carefully and then answer. That would be only 0.7. The correct option is 0.7. The second option is the correct one. Okay, right. 1 over 100 is a decimal number. So which is the correct option? Very good. That is 0.01. Option 1 is the correct option. Okay, right. 83 over 1000 is a decimal number. So which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 0.083. The second option is the correct option. Very good. Okay, right. 41 over 100 is a decimal number. So which is the correct option? Yes, that is 0.41 is the correct option. Okay, write 21 over 100 as a decimal number. So which is the correct option? Yes, that would be 0.21. Oh, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is round decimals. Okay, write 4.1 rounded to the nearest whole number. You have to write 4.1 to whole number, right? So whenever you have to round off the numbers to the whole number, you have to look at the very first digit right after decimal, right? Right. The very first digit after decimal is 1, and 1 is less than 5. If the number is greater than 5, you have to round to the next decimal. If the number is less than 1, you have to round on the same decimal. So 1 is less than 5, so it would be rounded off to 4. Got it? The other example, you have 2.56, right? So just look at the very first, the question is you have to round it to the nearest 10th, right? So that means the 10th digit is 5. Then the right next digit to 5 is 6. You have to compare 6. 6 is greater than 5, right? That means you have to round up. Round up means you need to add 1 to the 10th digit. So it would be rounded off to 2.6. Got it? Just read the question carefully. Which digit you are asked to round off, right? Okay, what is 5.75 rounded to the nearest tenth? So the digit that is at the tenth position is, which is the digit that is at the tenth position? 5 is at the ones position, 7 is at the tenth position, and 5 is at the hundredth position, right? Okay, so 7, this is the digit that is at the tenth position. So just look at the next digit. Next digit is 5. 5 is equal to 5. That means you have to round up. Round up means remove this number and add 1 to the previous one. So it would be 5.8. So 5.75 is rounded off to 5.8. Got it? It is rounded off to 5.8. Okay. What is 7.594 rounded to the nearest hundredth? You have to round to the hundredth. What's wrong with pen? Oh, you have to round off to the hundredth digit, right? And the hundredth digit is 7.594. Sem- this is the digit that is at the ones position. This is at the tenth. This is at the hundredth, and this is at the thousandth. So the hundredth digit is 9. The next digit after 9 is 4. 4 is less than 5. You have to round on the same digit, so it would be rounded off to 7.59. Got it? The correct option is 7.59. Okay, what is 4.1 rounded to the nearest whole number? Whole number is, this is the whole number. So just look at the very first digit after the whole number, that is 1. And 1 is less than 5. That means you have to round off on the same whole number. So it would be rounded off to 4. So the correct option is 4. Okay, what is 4.529 rounded to the nearest tenth? Which is the correct option? 6.5, 4.5. Very good. The correct option is 4.5 because after the tenth you have 2. 2 is less than 5. So it would be rounded off to 4.5. Right? What is 6.667 rounded to the nearest whole number? So you have to round to the whole number, right? So right after the decimal you have 6. And 6 is greater than 5. So it would be rounded off to 7. Option is 7. 3.86 is rounded off to 6. You have to round to the whole number. Whole number is 3. And the digit that is after decimal is 8. 8 is greater than 5. It would be rounded off to 4. How 6? Okay, what is 7.45 round to the nearest tenth? 8.45 or 7.5, which is the correct option? It is rounded off to 7.5. The correct option is 7.5. Okay, what is 7.815 rounded to the nearest hundredth? So the hundredth digit is 1, right? Right after 1 you have 5. 5 is equal to 5. When equal you have to round up, so it would be rounded off to 7.82. You need to add 1 to the hundredth digit, so it would be 7.82. What is 6.492 rounded to the nearest whole number, which is the correct option? Whole number is 6, right? The next digit to 6 is 4. 4 is less than 5. That means you have to round on the same whole number, so it would be rounded off to 6. Got it? Okay, the next one is, what is 8.7 rounded to the nearest whole number? So you have 7 after decimal, right? And 7 is greater than 5. You have to round up, that would be rounded off to 90. The correct option, sorry, the correct option is 9. Got it? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 5, grade 4 math. The chapter we were working on is decimals, and the lessons we have covered today are decimal number lines, convert decimals to fractions and mixed numbers, convert fractions and mixed numbers to decimals, and round decimals. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? So if you have any question related to the lesson we just finished, you can ask question if you have any. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Yes, you can say me. You can say miss or teacher. I'm not your friend. Yes, you can ask question. Ask question. Please ask question if you have any.